This is the Scrimshander that I was working on, and everybody was following along. That was so nice. Finally got her done, and this is it hanging in the gallery where we had a little exhibit for the month of October. So it's a good feeling to have something like that done. Took a month.
This is a little something that I've had in the planning stages for quite some time now. Time is perfect for me to get this going. About halfway through on the tusk that I'm working on, and some chemical upsides. It's a lot of fun. Get it have to at least get this started. I've actually had this sort of thing, something in this magnitude planned for years. I've had this piece of wood for many years. It's basswood, or linden if you're in Europe, limes here in Great Britain. I'm really looking forward. I wanted to do something like this, and this opportunity came up, and I'm like, yes, the weather's getting cool enough, feel like doing something like that. I think it's worthy of a piece of wood. The plan is, I'm going to do a seaman, a sailor, and he's going to be scrimshawing a whale's tooth. Because that's what I like to do. This is, of course, the most fun part of any carving, whether it's ivory or wood. It's the rough out, because you move a lot of material fast, and you start seeing things come up. Every more, the more material you take, the clearer your subject becomes, and it's just very exciting. Keep you guys strung along through the whole process. It'll take a while, but he's going to have a waist jacket. If any of you saw the harpooner that I did, it's going to be similar to that, slightly different headgear, but his jacket will be open and his shirt will be revealed, and going to be, holding a whale's tooth and a tool to scrim with, a little scribe. But right now it's get rid of the dumb stuff, and the stuff that just doesn't belong. I'm using I think it's 30 millimeter number 11, which is, they call it a veiner. It's got a really deep sweep to it, so when you're removing a lot of wood like this, you don't want to get your corners caught underneath the grain. It could split it out in a way that doesn't work for you. You can use it to split off great plates of wood if you're paying attention, make sure the split goes the right way. But these are great for really digging in and moving some wood. I'll keep you posted as this goes along. Just wasting away material here and trying to get down to the finish line here. Trying to refine it and finish it up. This is the turn back on his jacket, kind of styled like the earlier colonial jackets. Turn back face, buttons up the side. For me, I have to work it all down together so that things reveal themselves to me. I go, oh, right, yeah, that's supposed to be there. Things start looking better and better. It's like ice melting. I can't just carve the hand down and expect it to fit where the rest of it ends up. It all has to go down kind of together. My little rack I made, that's a new addition for me, and I'm liking it. Getting used to putting the chisels and gouges back where they belong. I'm done with them. I have a few scattered about on the bench here, and they don't have homes up on that rack. They live in a different place, and I keep them handy. If I had all those tools on my bench, it would be a madhouse. But that rack works out good. And it's nice I don't have to put it in a hole or, on a little hooky thing. I just have to lay it in there, grab another one. It's almost as convenient as tossing it on the bench, but the better part is that the steel isn't clinking together and edges lost through mishandling.
sold you on it. I don't do a lot of the, filming of this sort of stuff because to me it's what part would I show? Well, I guess any. I did want to prove that I was working on it. Almost made the mistake of laying it on the table. These are one was using and I'm using now. It's a number 11, which is great for deep digging. It's got really high sides on it before the corners start to go into the grain. You can really make an impression with these things, move a lot of material. And I've got some pretty big ones, but the small ones are nice. I could do something similar with a V-gouge, a parting tool, but the way the blade on a V-gouge is splayed out, it won't get into as tight a little crevice as this guy does. I got number 11 that is quite small, and I use it for a lot of things. For this particular application, this was the choice. This would be, let's see, 4mm. They print the sizes on the handles and they wear off after 20 years or so. But generally the sweep of the blade is printed on the steel. This is a real favorite tool. It's a number 3 sweep fishtail. The advantage to a fishtail is that you can get into tighter corners and things like that with them. The disadvantage is as you sharpen them, they do get smaller. I mean, width-wise. I use the number 3 for smoothing out the deeper cuts and the steeper gouges. It's like a planishing tool, planing it down. Curl up a bunch of whiskers like that. They're dead ending underneath the arm there, which is good. Okay, then I can get my little 11. I'm going to be cutting out more material to, make that a nice deep cut. And I'm going to do more folds of the fabric and the wrinkles and so forth up the sleeve. That'll give me a better idea where his arm is and how his hand should finish up. Most of this is kind of bulking off stuff and wasting away the material. The hard part was up in the face. The hands are kind of tricky, but I wanted to show you a little trick I come up with for getting into tight spots. For any of you guys who are just starting out or haven't come across this problem, but working in here, you get your knuckles busted either trying to push the chisel through or even drive it with a mallet, hitting other things and whatnot. So I took another number 11 gouge, one of my favorites, and I made this wicked long handle. Makes it very nice for getting into tight spots. Put a little brass doorknob on the end of it for a palm push thing, and it works really good. Now you can have one gouge, and suppose, and make different size handles for it. I was lucky and I had an extra chisel blade, so I've kind of committed it to this one, this handle. I made it when I was doing fly rod crossfit. This wicked job. I was having problems registering, they call it, where the belly of the beast is. It was turning on me and I was catching the corner into the grain, which I don't like. So I ended up darkening one of the facets of my handle which coincides with the belly of the gouge. Pretty straight. But anyway, you get the idea. Here's a little problem-solving trick for y'all. While I'm working on this carving here, I'm carving underneath his jacket lapel, I guess. The grain is set up so that it's like coming out on both sides in a way that you want to cut down to clear that wood out. And because there's no room up here to get a gouge in there and get it started and carve that out, if there's, you know, if that was hollowed out behind maybe, but not really. So I come up with this. I didn't invent this. This is a hook. Well, I made it out of a chainsaw file, but they've been around for a long, long time. I just didn't have one, so I made it. And I brought the sides up. This end of it comes up pretty far. So I got it sharp on both sides, and both edges are sharp. So it's very versatile. I can use it on both sides of the carving. I can use these sides for light planishing off inside. But see, it gets in there. It cuts good. And then when you get down into the more open area, my head's not in your way, I have a bigger one, which again, the open end comes up pretty high. And so I can use this edge here like a number 3 gouge, as with this, and this even is sharp enough to do some surface whittling if I wanted to. That's really good. It's like a 1-tooth chainsaw. I'll go back in here with some knives and things that I've made over the years, and someday I'll put together a little composition of all these different little weird things that I've made for carving. You get into jams, it's like, oh, there's only one way out, and you can't just like run to the store and buy it. So you go, okay, let's make it. Anyway, hope that was helpful, and thanks for checking us out. Take care.